Welcome back, guys, to the Max Out Show. In this episode, I want to share with you guys one key idea or insight that is going to help you really uplift the people around you that you have in your life, whether it's in your personal life, your friends, and your family, whether it's in your professional life, your coworkers, your team, whatever it is, right? This idea, this insight is really going to help you raise other people up to the top and therefore also yourself. So the key insight I want to share with you here is simply this. People step into the stories that you create for them. What do I mean by that? Whenever you have a certain belief about a person, maybe they're the most amazing person in the world, they're motivated, they're driven, they're always positive, they're always on time, whatever it is, when you have a certain belief, or maybe it's the opposite way. Maybe you think they're arrogant, they're angry, they're just a bad person, right? Maybe you have that belief. Whatever belief you have about that person, they tend to step into that story you create for them. They tend to start to act as if they're already that person whenever they're around you. So if you just think back to the greatest leaders, the greatest bosses, teammates, whatever you ever had in your life, most likely they're people that created a vision for you that was bigger than anything you could even see. They saw something in you, a gift, a talent, a skill, a mindset, an attitude that you weren't even sure you had, but they saw it in you. They were like, "You're so driven, Max, right? You're so ambitious, Johnny." And because they believed in that, because they kept reaffirming this belief to you over and over again. "You're so smart. You're so great at this. I love what you did here." Because they did that, over time, you start to believe in it too. You start to act like that too. You start to act like a motivated person because your professor in school actually thinks you're a motivated person, right? And you don't want to let them down. Now, in fact, there's actually some really fascinating research behind this. So what studies have shown is that in schools, when essentially you tell teachers that there's a certain group of gifted children in class, kids, they're just much smarter, much better than the rest, they will actually tend to outperform the rest of the class. Now, the problem is those were made up, right? Those kids were actually selected at random, but because the teachers were told that, hey, this is like the special group, the super smart group, what happens is the teachers start to treat the kids just a little bit better, a little bit nicer, a little bit more, appealing, a little bit more, affirmative. They encourage them, right? They're like, "Hey, Johnny, it's okay. Like, you'll get it next time. You're such a smart kid. You're so driven. You're so good. I know you're going to do well the next time." And guess what? The kids will adapt. They'll, study more. They'll work harder. They'll be more attentive, all because the teacher actually believes that they're a great person and they try to step into that story. We as human beings, we're social animals. And so one thing we always try to do is we don't want to let people down. When someone has a certain belief about you, that you're the greatest person in the world, that you're always positive, guess what? You're probably not going to show up and, try to be negative. You're going to always try to step into the story that person has created for you. In fact, I have friends, right, that I just know is these super positive people, but oftentimes they show me, "Hey, people always think I'm positive, but sometimes I have these negative moments, but then I try not to go out basically in order to avoid people seeing me in this negative mood," right? And so this is really something that we do, right? We don't want to let people down. The idea, the vision that other people have of us, we want to live up to that, right? Now, of course, in some aspects, that may not be a good idea, right? Especially when it comes to negative beliefs, when it comes to, "Oh, that person is arrogant, stupid, whatever it is," then don't hold on to those beliefs. But really what I'm suggesting here is that if you want to up-level the people around you in your life, you got to create a vision for them that is so magnificent, so big, so amazing, so empowering that that person has no choice but to step into that, to act in alignment with that, to actually become as positive and motivated and driven and happy and whatever else it is that you want to uplift people to do. You start sharing that with people. You start encouraging people. You start affirming that to them over and over again. You're doing such a great job. You're a fantastic communicator. You're learning so much. Like, your growth curve is so fast. When you start treating people like that, when you start seeing their potential that oftentimes they can't even see, and you start sharing that with people, you really believe in people, what's going to happen is they try to step up big time, guys. And so that's really the key insight I want to share with you guys today. Really, people step into stories that you create for them. So make sure that the stories you create for the people you love are actually wonderful and amazing and a book that you want to read. So with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. If you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button below to get more videos like this every day on maxing out your life. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow.